Hi, friends. Welcome to Everyday Faith with Joe. I'm so glad that you're here. This space is for faith, healing, encouragement, and growing through real life with God. Let's get into today's devotional. Fear doesn't get a vote, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. God did not design us to live in fear. I know that verse well. I've quoted it. I've prayed it. I've written it down and I've carried it with me. But if I'm being honest, breaking the habit of fear has been a journey. For most of my life, fear disguised itself as concern, as preparation, as being a good parent. What if something goes wrong? What if they make a mistake? What if I don't see a problem coming? But over the last few years, God has been teaching me something important. Fear and faith cannot sit in the driver's seat at the same time. Recently, my son shared some concerns about his job. As he talked, I noticed something different in myself. I listened. I encouraged him. I didn't panic. I didn't immediately jump to worst case scenarios. I didn't spend the next several hours spiraling through imaginary outcomes. Instead, I trusted that God was already present in the situation that hadn't even fully unfolded yet. Then there's my daughter. She is adventurous, independent, and completely comfortable with saying things like, I think I'm going to drive across the state and go do this or that. My friends and I are planning to go on a trip. I don't know, maybe overseas, maybe Miami, or maybe we're going to go hike in Yosemite all day. As a mother, there's always a part of me that wants to gasp and immediately begin calculating every possible danger. Most recently, she decided to fly to Pensacola for the weekend to visit her best friend who's stationed there for military training. She's traveling alone. She's too young to rent a car. She'll be relying on friends, rides, Ubers, and figuring things out as she goes. Years ago, that information might have sent me into days of worry. Instead, I found myself doing something different. I prayed, then I let it go. Not because I don't love her, not because I don't care, but because I've learned there's no point in borrowing trouble from tomorrow. Why spend emotional energy worrying about situations that haven't happened? Why create fear over conversations, possibilities, and scenarios that only exist in my imagination? If and when challenges arise, God will be there. If and when protection is needed, God will provide it. If and when wisdom is required, He will give it. My job today is simply to trust Him today. As I watched my daughter move through life with such confidence and fearlessness, I find myself reflecting on what drives my own fears. Often, fear comes from the illusion that I am somehow responsible for controlling outcomes, but I'm not. God is. Perhaps that's why Jesus tells us to become like little children. Children don't spend their days obsessing over everything that could go wrong. They trust. They move forward. They embrace adventure. They believe someone bigger is watching over them.
Mm.
What if that's what faith is supposed to look like? Not reckless, not careless, but childlike. Trusting that wherever God calls our loved ones or us, His presence arrives there first. Today, I'm grateful for a God who continues to teach me how to release control, surrender fear, and walk in peace. My children belong to Him even more than they belong to me, and that is the safest place they could ever be. Pray with me. Father, thank you for patiently teaching me to trust you. When fear tries to take hold of my heart, remind me that you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Help me release the things I cannot control and place them into your capable hands. Watch over my children wherever they go, guide them, protect them, and draw them closer to you. Teach me to embrace a childlike faith that trusts you completely, even when I cannot see what lies ahead. Amen. Thanks for spending this time with me today on Everyday with Joe. I pray this devotional encouraged your heart and reminded you that God is with you in every season. If this devotional encouraged you, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who may need it too. Until next time, keep walking in faith.